The Prime Minister has called a state of emergency. This is a final broadcast from the BBC.
Numbers of confirmed deaths have passed 500.
Hundreds and hundreds of bodies lying in the street.
Riots have continued for the third consecutive day.
Food rations are at an all-time low. Panic spread worldwide. The latest report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest attempt to produce a cure for cancer has failed.
All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine.
This created a virus within the victims' bodies. Reports have shown that the unknown virus has caused mutations in the white blood cells, causing psychological damage to the brain. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. We urge you to be cautious and we urge you to be safe.
My fellow Americans, over 100,000 people have been killed. Millions have fled the country. Men, women, children lying in rows, killed. Others foaming at the mouth, gasping for breath. A father clutching his dead children, imploring them to get up and walk. And hospitals filled with the dying and the wounded.
The Prime Minister has
Panic
called a
spread
state of
worldwide.
Are required to report to their designated quarantine.
Showed that the latest attempt to produce
God bless the United States of America.
Continued for the third consecutive day, and food rations
are at an all-time low.
Riots have continued for the third consecutive day, and food rations are at an all-time low. The Governor had called a state of emergency. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine.
Numbers of confirmed deaths have passed 500. Riots have continued for the third consecutive day. All residents are required to report to their designated.
The number of confirmed deaths have passed 500. Hundreds and hundreds of bodies lying in the streets.
And God bless the
Riots have
United
continued
States
for the third
of America.
consecutive day, and food rations are at an all-time low. The Governor had called a state of emergency. Hundreds and hundreds of bodies are lying in the streets. Riots have continued for the third consecutive day.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 500. Hundreds and hundreds of bodies lying in the streets. Riots have continued for the third consecutive day, and food rations
The question
are at
now
an
is
all-time low.
what the United States of
Governor had called
America
a state of
and the
emergency.
international community
All
is
residents
prepared
are
to do
required to
about it.
report to their designated quarantine.
I believe we should act.
Bit fast, but
That's what makes America different. That's what makes us exceptional. With humility, but with resolve, let us never lose sight of that essential truth. Thank you, and God